Hey everybody, this is Larry. This is day 10 of the Legal Day Challenge, at least if my computer wants to load. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me on Discord, let me know what you think about this one. I was like, wait, did I miss a day? Like day 8? But I don't know, it's just my computer being slow. Yeah, maybe it's time I get that M4 new MacBook Pro or whatever. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, I don't know. I've been just watching Squid Game, so the new season. Let me know in the comments if you've been watching it. I have a race in 2 days. So we'll see how that goes. I ran a 5K yesterday. I'm so tired. I am not in shape at all. And for the two of you who might care, I'm starting my Spanish lessons tomorrow, so I'm very excited about that. Yeah. Anyway, it was all loading, so it is what it is. So let's take a look at today's problem. We have 916 word subset. I feel like it used to load faster because they didn't have all this random crap. I don't need to look at the test cases. Excuse me, jeez. Yeah. Alright, you're given two strings, words 1 and words 2. Words 2? Words 2. A string B is a subset of string. Every letter in B occurs in A, including multiplicity. Does it have to be in order? Well, I mean, see, I hate stuff like this where like, you know, like these doesn't really explain enough things, you know. Like these examples are examples, but they're kind of poor examples. It is what it is. But yeah, like I don't know that it doesn't have to. It doesn't say that. I mean. I don't know. By definition of how I read it, but like it's just there's no certainty, right? Like I understand that how I would understand it is that it's just each character, right? So it's actually pretty okay, right? So then it's just for word in words 1. If my computer is fast enough to type it out, let me actually pause something real quick. Yeah, I'm running some scripts in the background. Maybe it's just lagging. But in any case, yeah. So then it's just for word in words 1, and then we check everything in words 2, right? And there are a couple of ways you can do this. Actually, we should pre-process this, right? Order doesn't matter, so you can maybe do something like collection, right? Is you go to collections.counter for do in range of I don't know. I like to number these and stuff using L and M because it's just confusing otherwise, right? So we have that, right? Or maybe technically it's L and N2. It's more precise, especially when we're dealing with strings, right? And then maybe I did it this way, but yeah, maybe you could even actually just write word for word in words 2, right? So now you have a one liner. I think I'm stuttering like I'm the computer. Maybe I need more processing power today. I don't know. But I would say though, I found out that and I think I knew this at some point, but I found out that I recently have been drinking too much coconut water, and apparently like it's very high in potassium, which is not good for you. So you can't overdose on coconut water, apparently. Not overdose, but that's not. I think that's a technical term. But you should not overdrink coconut water. Put your body out of balance. So I think I have to like take a couple of days to kind of, I don't know, let my body figure it out and stop doing it. But anyway, so we have yeah, if we want to convert this into a current collection, right? So maybe we could do something like this, and then if for all of current is how do I say this? I forget the syntax for sets. It's in is less than, no. How do I do like a superset in I don't know. I mean, you could definitely write something like this, but I feel like I feel like so this is basically saying that for all, this current is kind of like a multi-set, you can, if you want to think about it that way. And then C2 is just an iteration of here, which I guess we haven't done yet. So for C2 and C, right, all the collections, and this is saying that if the set intersection is equal to the current, then all the current needs are met. That's basically what this means. And it looks a little bit wonky, but I don't know. Yeah, and then you could just say answer.append word, and then we should be good. I'm like stuttering because I don't know. I think my computer is acting really weird and is making me a little bit awkward as well. Maybe that's not the right syntax, huh? I think the logic should be right, but you know, technology is hard. Oh. See, this is why I don't like one-liners, right? Because with one-liners, it's actually like way difficult to put debugging things in when things go wrong. When things goes right, it feels great and you look so smart, but when things go wrong, you look so dumb, like I am now. But yeah, right. Remember the friends, but yeah. Force current. Oh, did I mess this up? Yeah, I messed this up. This should equal to C2 because C2 is the thing that you're supposed to overlap on. Okay. Yeah, so there you go. So okay, I think I mixed up which way to go at some point, but it's okay. Now we're good. Now we're Gucci, so we give it a submit. Hopefully not too bad. If it times out, because I didn't look at the constraints though, so maybe it times out. That would be funny. Yeah, I mean, it should be only length 10. Ooh. But this is 10 to the 4th. That is my fault. I really did not look into I really didn't look into the end for some reason because I thought it was like going to be easy. So okay, but this is one way to kind of think about it, right? But of course you need to do more. Okay, so how would I think about it? Well, the count. Keeping the note is that there are only 10 things, so maybe we can play around with that. Yeah, I don't know. So I mean, okay. So let me recollect myself. I think the computer stuttering has kind of confused me a little bit. But actually, honestly, I didn't look at constraints, so that's my fault. But if n is like 100 or 1,000, then this would be good enough, I believe. But it is not. It is 10,000. So I misread it / I didn't read it. So that's misreading it, not misreading it. So yeah. So then the thing is like, okay, well, what can we do, right? Well, we can take advantage of the fact that L is only 10. Because it's only 10, we can definitely play, we could definitely, we can definitely play, we could, I mean, I don't think that the 10 part actually mattered. Well, I don't know. There's some optimizations that you can do for sure, right? I don't know why I'm struggling a little bit today, but I think I'm just a little confused from the definition as well, whether it needs to be ordered. But there are things you can do to optimize it. We don't need to kind of check every string, right? For example, some of the processing, and this is maybe a heuristic, so it might still have the same worst case scenario. But for example, for word in words 2, we can say we can do a bit mask, right? So we can do bit mask is equal to 0, right? So for C in word, we can say so then now this gives us an index from 0 to 25 corresponding to that, and then we could just yeah, we can just do this, right? And of course there is some nuance here, right? And this has to be a shift, not just a subtract. There's some nuance here, of course, because you may have duplicate letters and that may not work. But we're not going to just match the bit mask, we'll just put it in a list, right? So maybe we can do mask is equal to, and you may ask, well, what is a bit mask? Why am I using a bit mask? A bit mask is really in a simple way. I mean, people kind of make this crazier than it is, but sometimes, I think. But what it is just a bit mask is basically every bit is either 0 or 1 is a Boolean value, and then you just store a Boolean map from that, right? So that's really the idea. And then here maybe you could say, okay, well, masks or bit mask, we can append word, right? So what that does is just allow us to filter out a lot of, so we don't have to even go through a lot of this for stuff that doesn't make sense. And maybe here we can even put this in a function like get bit mask for a word, right? And we would just basically jump bit mask, and then yeah. Alright, so then now for each word we pre-process this, and then now we can say bit mask is equal to get bit mask of the word in word 1, and then we can just do yeah, except for now instead of C we can say masks of bit mask, right? And that's really the idea. It should definitely be faster, but maybe wrong apparently. Oh, did I mess this up? Well, I mean, I think this is, I didn't mess this up, but it is wrong. It is kind of awkward, actually. I think the reason is because all the bit masks should be, I guess, this, I guess actually, maybe I'm wrong on this one actually, in that there is a pre-filter thing, I suppose. So it needs to have all the letters in words too, right? And what I mean by that is just that we could use whatever. So maybe we don't even need all this. We just all masks or bits maybe just go to 0, and then sorry that I'm not really coherent today, honestly. I don't know what's wrong with me today. My apologies. Maybe I'm just like not really vibing with this question, which happens from time to time, I suppose. But basically we're gonna have the same thing, but then here now the difference is that we're gonna have a pre-filtering step, right? Which is that if bit mask is not equal to all bits, then we just continue. Then basically it allows us to skip words that cannot be true, right? It should be, but obviously in the worst case it's going to be the same, and in fact in worst case it's not even happening for me. Did I mess this up? Words in words 2, get bit mask, okay, no, this part is fine. Oh, it doesn't have to so yeah, I messed up on this one. It should be that if all bits is not equal to bit mask and this, so basically bit mask has to be a superset of all bits for us to check, right? And this is words 1, so this would give us like a quick pre-filter. Oh, did we remove that? Okay, yeah. We'll put that after we check. Man, what is wrong with me? Oh, we had the thing earlier, right? Man, I am just like all sorts of out of whack today. Yeah. I forgot that I deleted this. Yep. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing anymore, honestly. Is this even fast enough? It might not be, honestly. It depends on the input, so we'll see. If not, I have to really step back and give it a thought. My apologies. Maybe I've been too distracted by Squid Game. Apparently this is going to time out. Yeah, I think I'm too distracted by Squid Game for sure. How do I want to think about this? Okay, well, we don't need, this is silly. I'm being dumb, because basically it's just you. All I'm looking for. I'm not using my brain today. All I'm looking for is the intersection of all the words too, right? So yeah, so I don't need to look up all this. All I just need is the intersection of this. And what I mean by the intersection, or like the max in that case, right, is that like, okay, if one word in words 2 has 5 A's and another has only 2 A's, well, you take the 5A, right? So it's just gonna be the max over all of them. So we don't really need to, yeah. So then now we, okay. So maybe we have like C is equal to collections.counter, right? And then we have for word in words 2, C we just shifted by, I want to write something like this, but I don't know if that is actually valid, to be frank. Because then now all we have to do is do one check. I think I'm just not thinking. I don't know why. But yeah, and then now current to C is equal to C, right? And this is obviously much, I mean, yeah. I don't know if the syntax is right, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm just being dumb today. My apologies. Did I do this? In the last 2 times I did it immediately, but I guess today I'm just not thinking. Huh. Yeah, this is actually, yeah. Okay, so hopefully you watch those videos instead. But today, we don't even, I mean, this is a pre-filter, but it turns out that we don't even need it because I was just being dumb. Okay. Okay, today maybe I took it too casually. But you can see that this is much slower without that filtering. But you know, you don't. There are many ways to do it. But the idea, I mean, I kind of wrote the syntax in a crazy immense way. But basically, the idea here is that you know, we use counter, but the idea is just having a multi-set, right? Meaning that you want to merge the max of every character. So I think I'm going to write this out just so that it's a little bit more understandable. I don't know, I think I got confused by this problem a little bit. And I really should not need to be, but it is what it is. And yeah, how do I want to write it? So basically here, maybe you could write for X for right, C of, actually we want, okay, so current is equal to collections.counter as well, right? So then now current, actually, yeah, what am I doing? Okay, this part I think maybe we don't have to do it character by character. Maybe this is understandable. And then the idea here is that for key, for character in current.keys, then current.k, c.k is equal to max ck, which could be 0, of course, previously, and then you max it. And that's basically the idea behind this. And then now, if you want to write this out, is for k in current.keys, then, oh wait, this is c.keys. Then c.key is greater than or equal to current.k, right? Or yeah, you want to make sure that this is true for all the keys. So the inverse is going to be not true, right? So good is equal to true. If this is less than then it's no bueno. Then we do if good, then answer.append word. That's really the idea. I don't know. Maybe some days you just struggle, and apparently today, maybe did I do the if statement wrong? Seems like the opposite. Maybe I just did the if statement wrong. I don't know. I don't know why this is so big. If let's see. Oh no, yeah. Why would this be? No. This is. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and apparently this way is much faster. I don't know why that is. Maybe the set intersection is just, well, I mean, I think this part doesn't make sense, or like for it to be slower. It's probably this part, because I probably, yeah, the set intersection may be a little bit slower. I don't know, honestly, why this is actually a significant difference. But anyway, yeah, so what's the complexity here, right? Well, for each character in Word, this is going to take constant for per character, plus say O of, no, but this is still at most each character, right? So that's going to be O of n, where n is the number of words 2, or n2 if you will. This is O of n sub 1. So yeah, so linear time, no, less than linear space, right? Just O of alpha space, where alpha is the size of the alphabet. I'm really bad today. Sorry, friends. But that's all I have for today. Let me know what you think. Yeah, just in time for the weekend. So stay good, stay healthy, to good mental health. I'll see y'all later and take care. Bye bye.